Yes, guys, welcome back to the Lads of Prospect podcast. Here with Ben. How you doing, Ben?
I'm good, mate. You? It feels good to be back in person.
I know we've got our own little setup as well
First
going on
time,
now.
loving it.
It's
It's like we're in a
nice.
little box, but it's good.
Yeah. So what's the video today, man?
Well, it's only right. Obviously, Premier League right around the corner. So predictions,
100%.
it's got to be done.
So do you want to start with your one then?
Yeah, obviously Arsenal Brentford first game. So with Brentford on the topic, start at the bottom of the table. So going from bottom to top, we've got Norwich in 20th.
Okay.
It's a yo-yo team. I feel like they're going to do it again, and Brandy is gone, so it's going to be 20th. 19th Brentford. Just nothing needs to be said to Brentford. They're just finishing 19th.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll give my reasoning later on, but I feel like they're going to finish 19th. 18th Southampton. Controversial one, but they've lost Danny Ings, lost Vestergaard, going to lose Ward-Prowse, so they're gone. Making way up the table, 17th got Watford just scraping it. Then Burnley finishing 16th with Newcastle 15th. I feel like that category, they can switch and change. Anyone can really finish near the bottom three out of them.
Yeah.
Going towards middle of the table, 14th got Brighton. I quite like them, but I just feel like they ain't got that striker to get the goals for them. 13th, the team I'm excited for, is Crystal Palace. Obviously, Vieira's first season, but the signings he's made, you've got Conor Gallagher, Olise from Reading, great player, by the way, very similar to Eze. I know he's injured at the moment, but he'll fill in that gap.
Yeah.
So very looking forward to them. 12th got Wolves, because we're not really too sure they're going to go, so I think mid-table was good for them. 11th Everton, and then I've got 10th Leeds. I think that'll be a good season. I do think they might struggle a bit, but 10th I think will be a good season for them. Just missing out in Europa League, I've got West Ham in 9th. I feel like without Lingard, they've just lost all their firing power.
Yeah, well, they're on an up from last season, aren't they?
They are, but yeah, I don't see a strike. I think Ben Rama needs a big season for them to have a good season.
Yeah.
8th Aston Villa. I think they made some great signings. I think they're going to have a great season this year. 7th, I've got Tottenham. Kind of depending on Kane if they finish 7th or not, to be honest. I know as an Arsenal fan, you're not be too happy.
No, that's what it is.
Son's on fire. They made a few signings. Don't know who they are, who they've signed, but they spent about 50 million on each player, so must be worth something. Yeah. Going into the top 6 then, obviously it's going to cause a lot of debates in the comments. I've got Arsenal in 6th. Obviously Arteta's first transfer window and is only catch to do everything that he wants to do, full transfer window. Feel like good few signings he's made, and without you only got the goal scoring striker to finish top 4, I feel like. Bamyang's been off it. Lacazette, not too sure. I feel like 6th would be good, get back into European football. And I think not having European football actually benefit them this season.
Okay.
5th, I've got Leicester. Really liking how they're looking. Obviously, beat Man City in Community Shield. I do feel like, though, based off last season, they can't do it against a top 4, which finished last season, Liverpool, with the injuries there, and Van Dijk especially. Chelsea, first half of the season, were looking awful. Even Man United struggled at times. I think they only won like 9 home games or something. So they can't do it then. I don't think they'll be able to do it this season. So I think 5th will be again for them. 3 seasons in a row, that would be. Breaking into the top 4 now. 4th, I do have Liverpool. Van Dijk, we don't know what he's going to be like, really. Obviously, he could be himself again.
Yeah.
But it could take quite a few games to get back into it. And obviously with the partnerships as well, whether he's going to be with Konate or Gomez, we don't know yet. And that front 3, I mean, Salah's on form, but Firmino and Mane last season just weren't there at all. And obviously, they've got Jota, but...
I mean, it's Liverpool at the end of the day.
Exactly. You don't know with them. They've gone 20 games unbeaten, or they could struggle.
Yeah, completely.
3rd, I've got United.
Okay.
I think... fairly good team, especially on paper, starting 11. You'd argue they're one of the best. But I just don't think they've got the players in it to go over the line to get anywhere to the top 2.
They've signed their 2 main targets, haven't they?
They have signed Sancho, which has been the longest transfer ever.
Yeah.
And they've got Varane, who's still not actually confirmed for Man United yet, which is a bit odd because he has to be registered.
He might be by the time this video's out.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be registered by 12 p.m. Friday to play against Leeds. So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, like it's going to take a bit of getting used to Premier League, obviously different football, different quality compared to La Liga, especially looking at La Liga now.
Yeah.
So I feel that's going to be interesting. 2nd, I've got Chelsea. Now, what I'm going to say is not going to make much sense.
Okay.
I think Chelsea are the best team best team, like starting 11 in this league.
Okay.
And I feel like in any cup competition, I feel like they've got the best chance out of any English team to win the cup.
I think that's a fair
Whether that's
assessment.
Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, either one. I think one game, they're the best team. And Tuchel's shown he's beat Man City 3 times in a row.
Yeah. It's not bad,
But
is it?
obviously, my champion's Man City. When it comes to 38 league season, not league game, doesn't make sense. Man City's squad is just undeniably the best there is.
I mean, Chelsea's actual starting 11 is very good, as you say, on one-off games. But Man City's is such a big squad with such depth in it that 38 game season doesn't impact the squad too much.
You can go through the whole team. You can make 2 teams who'll finish top 4. I mean, injury-wise, Grealish gets injured. You've got Bernardo Silva, Marva, Sterling, Foden, De Bruyne. Even if, let's say, Stones gets injured, Laporte comes in. It's Fernandinho, you've got Rodri. It's ridiculous. So I think Man City will finish first, but I do reckon Chelsea will win a trophy.
Yeah.
Of some sort. Chelsea will win a trophy.
No, that's a fair assessment. I pretty much agree with that. Just got some slight tweaks. So working up from 20th in my one, I've got Norwich in 20th, pretty much like you said, yo-yo.
I think most people will agree with that one.
It's a shame because they've got a nice setup at Norwich, to be fair.
Yeah, I feel sorry for the fans.
Yeah.
Please get promotion every 2 years.
Yeah, that's true, to be fair. Newcastle, I've briefly mentioned to you before, but I just feel they're struggling too much as a team. They need, I know Mike Ashley wants to leave and whatnot, but I think he does need to just invest in the squad to help the city of Newcastle be able to, I wouldn't say even be relieved, just know they're going to stay up for certainty in the Premier League. And then if a new owner comes in, then they can build up on it. But he doesn't seem to provide them with too much support just yet. So that's my issue.
That's understandable.
Then just on maybe the final day getting relegation, I've gone between Watford and Brentford. And I've just put Watford purely because I think they've got an aging squad. I think their manager or the manager situation will hinder them if they sack one earlier on before Christmas.
Their manager's gone before Christmas, I'll tell you that now.
And if he does, then I think that will just impact the squad and the club too much, in my opinion, to be able to stay up in the Prem. I think they'll put up a good fight.
They have got Josh King now up front as well.
Yeah, or Deeney obviously as well.
I think they've got 8 strikers registered to them.
But that could affect them. That's my sort of,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I hope they don't because it's a nice local team.
Yeah, I feel like out of the 3 teams that are coming up, they're the most Premier League team.
Yeah.
Out of the 3, they belong there the most.
And then 17th, I've got Brentford, but it's only on goal difference or something. I can see either.
Okay.
No, that's what I mean. It's between Watford and Brentford for final game of the season.
Bro, we'll make an agreement for Laddzofprospect. It's Brentford going down. On the 16th.
16th, I put Southampton. As you've mentioned previously, with Ward-Prowse on the verge of leaving, the bidding war, and obviously Vestergaard about to leave, looking like he's about to sign for Leicester now. It doesn't look too promising for them unless they can make some big signings, which
they've got the money to.
They have, but they've never been able to attract big name players or fairly well known players to Southampton. The only one that, as we've mentioned before, is Walcott.
Yeah, again, I mean he's
aging now, isn't he?
He's at the end of his career, so he's not going to do too much.
No, so just above Southampton in 15th place, I've gone for Brighton. I think they're always a solid team, Brighton. They'll stay up for sure.
Yeah.
They've lost Ben White. They've lost, they've got an aging squad again. They've got Welbeck. They've got Lallana. They've got a few. They've got Dunk. I think they need some more investment in the squad. And if they can get a young striker that can finish and can score on a regular basis, then it could push up. But as we're doing this podcast right now.
Yeah, they've got nothing. I think the striker is the main thing for them because if you look at expected goals last year, I know he's not the best thing to go, but it's kind of accurate. They should have got so many more goals than they should have.
Yeah. So that's a very fair point, to be fair. And then 14th, I've gone for Burnley. Okay. They're just, a hard team to play against. They managed to get wins where you don't expect. I mean, they stopped Liverpool's massive win streak.
Dice, what a guy.
He's an incredible manager. Very good. With such a small budget, manages to always,
even the team. If you look at the team, how is that in the Premier League? I would never know.
But fair play.
He works wonders. Fair play.
And then, as a shock, I've gone for 13th. I've gone for Wolves. My reasoning is purely they've now not got Nuno, they've not got Rui Patricio, and they've got a very aging squad.
You like the word ageing. This
They
podcast,
but they
don't
do.
you?
They do. Like
Every squad's an ageing squad for you.
I think for Wolves and I'd say the likes of Watford and even like potentially Burnley, but not as much. I think they need some more youth in their squad.
Okay.
I think Wolves, they've got Gianmartino as one of their main players. I mean, Cody's, I think he's in his 30s now. You know, there's quite a lot of their key players that are getting, to the end of their career. And I'm not saying they're not going to be able to push up heights, but I just think, especially with the loss of Nuno, who's been such an instrumental figure at Wolves.
Yeah, I think driven them up from the Championship.
Yeah, that's sort of my point, really.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, on to 12th, West Ham I've gone for.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to get top 10, purely because first time in forever playing in Europe.
Yeah.
They just, I don't know, like when Burnley played in Europe quite a few years ago, and Burnley were doing really well around that time.
Yeah.
I think West Ham, they won't be used to having midweek game, playing every 3 days, and I think that will hinder them.
And their squad depth as
well.
Their
squad depth isn't massive.
They had it a few years ago, and I think they did really struggle.
Yeah. And now they haven't even got Lingard at the moment either, so...
Yeah.
Okay. That's my thoughts on it anyway. And then just above them in 11th, we've got Palace, as you mentioned. Some amazing investments in the squad, and
I'm excited to see that team. If Vieira can get them playing the good attacking football, I think Palace fans something to look forward to.
And I think for Palace as well, though, just like the players, like you've got the likes of Zaha and as you said, Gallagher and many of the other players in the squad. This is Patrick Vieira now managing Crystal Palace. You know, the idol, the figure the aura he has when he walks into the changing room, and you've got like this.
He gets angry at you.
You wouldn't mess around in front of him. Like
you are sat there listening and just nodding your head, saying yes.
But there's no jokes in training, is there? Don't you dare smile. So yeah, I've gone for Palace just below 10th. So in 10th, I've gone for Everton.
Okay, they're going to be a weird team this season.
Yeah, I just think no Ancelotti now. They've got Benitez, and don't get me wrong, I think Benitez is actually a very good manager. Yeah, he does well with the squads. I mean, he did well with Newcastle. He actually, I think at some stages overperformed with them. With the squad
100%. I think Newcastle fans can agree with that as well.
I don't think he'll push Everton into European places, but I think he'll give them, a positive season. The likes of Calvert-Lewin, Rodriguez, and all that.
Well, Rodriguez meant to be not happy there apparently.
Yeah, well, he's there now.
It'll be interesting. He's got a contract. He's playing.
Yeah. 9th, I've gone for Villa.
Yeah.
I think, as you said, again, amazing investments, really good coach. They've lost John Terry, though.
Yeah, lost Terry.
I don't know how much of it, dent that could make in the actual squad and the camp, but they've still got a good, team. And I think the reason I put them a much lower than they did last season was, well, not much lower, but a bit lower, is just purely because no Jack Grealish. He carried them in some games, and when he wasn't there, they lost.
You see it easily.
It was just not very convincing. In 8th, as a bit of a shock, I've gone for Leeds.
Yeah, it's kind of understandable. I mean, I feel like they can finish anywhere between like 8th and 11th for Leeds.
Yeah.
It depends how much they can keep up their tempo and how they play their games.
I reckon Leeds are just... It's obviously, they've got some amazing squad. They've got the fitness in their team. They're going to be able to now... They've got more of an understanding how to play in the Premier League. They've made some good recruitments. They've
got more rest between games as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Which could benefit them a lot.
The recovery, that's a good point. That I just think this will benefit Leeds a lot, and as I say, Calvin Phillips, playing in Euros, understanding more players, how they play.
He's going to have a class season this season.
He is, yeah. But that's why I've gone for Leeds in 8th. 7th, I've gone for. You said.
I was that white team in Tottenham. You don't like to say it's an Arsenal fan, but it's Tottenham.
The reason they're 7th is because I don't think the squad's going to be settled. Yeah, but they're not going to be settled at all as a squad. Kane, at least for 2 months now, is just going to be, stropping if he stays at Spurs. He's not going to be happy. He did put out that statement, but
he did put out a statement saying he didn't refuse to train.
Yeah.
So already though, that's causing more controversy in between the club, the squad, the boards.
But yeah, I don't know. I just don't see them pushing on too much this season. Just above Tottenham in 6th, I've gone for Leicester.
Is this more biased towards Arsenal as a fan?
It could be. I can't lie. It could be. But my thing for Leicester is that with this Maddison issue with is he going to leave or not, that could hinder them. And now they've lost Fofana for, like you said, the whole season.
Yeah.
Losing Fofana, who was such an integral part, if either Soyuncu or Johnny Evans now get injured, and I know they're about to sign Vestergaard, but I don't think you can quite replace,
No,
Fofana.
It is crazy to say about a 20-year-old as well.
It is, but it's amazing how he's done that. And that's
I agree with that. I mean, I've seen Leicester myself in pre-season, and Fofana literally just won the whole game. I mean, we literally couldn't do anything against them. So yeah, I agree. I do reckon it's going to be a big loss for them. Whether they can recover or not, we're going to have to wait and see. But it'll be interesting. I reckon they will finish 6th or 5th, though.
Yeah, and I've gone for 5th. I've gone for Arsenal. It's obviously Arteta's second full season in charge. As you say, he's now had time in pre-season to implement it. We haven't had the best pre-season Arsenal, but with the likes of Ben White signing, now Joe Willock's leaving, it's a bit of controversy within the club, but that could now lead the springboard for an Ødegaard to come in or an Aura to come in. Yeah. And I think from what I've seen in pre-season, we've not won many games, but we've dominated them and we've been quite, strong when we've held onto possession. Really.
I think no Europe's going to benefit you a lot as well. That always benefits team, especially something like Arsenal.
It could be what we need, to be fair, as people might say, a blessing in disguise, but
yeah.
So the top 4, I'll just go straight through and I'll explain why after. So 4th, I've gone Liverpool. 3rd, I've gone Man United. 2nd, I've gone Chelsea. And 1st, I've gone Man City. So starting with Liverpool, I think they'll get top 4 again. They'll finish 4th.
Yeah.
I think what's going to help them even more, maybe pushing on to 3rd, will be the fact that Van Dijk's back and then we've got Konate as well.
Yeah, Konate's a beast. Have you seen the size of him?
Mate, unreal.
He's made for the Premier League. I'm telling you that now.
Yeah, I mean, that just adding to the defence will help them out a lot now, won't it, really? For Man United, they've signed their 2 key positions they need from players. So they've signed Sancho, obviously, as you said, longest ever transfer. But
yeah, it's finally done
now. And Varane, I mean, what a signing that could end up being.
Yeah, especially with the price tag as well.
It's a very interesting one. I hope it doesn't go well, but I can see it go well.
Yeah, it could easily go one or two ways.
And then 2nd, we've got Chelsea, just purely because they've now signed Lukaku, and as you said, they've got an amazing squad. And coming off the back of winning the Super Cup last night and the Champions League, I think they're just going to be going, from step to step this season.
Yeah, just built that mentality now, haven't they?
Yeah, that's for me really. And then finally, Champions League, I've gone for Man City.
Surprise, surprise, big money.
Grealish, De Bruyne, Sterling, could go on and on.
I mean, it'll be
Guardiola. Yeah. It's just, it sort of explains it, doesn't it, when you just think of Man City, really.
Yeah, I do think it'll be closer than what it has been in previous years. Don't get me wrong, I feel like there could be 2 or 3 teams pushing on City this season. Okay. But yeah, their squad's just going to actually obliterate everyone else, in my opinion.
Yeah. Anyway, Ben, thanks for this one, mate.
That's right, mate.
Don't forget, guys, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And Ben?
Yeah.
Got anything else to add? Or
come on Arsenal Friday night.
Let's go. Take it easy, guys.
See you later.